On the news at 1, Nigeria acknowledges the labor of past heroes as she marks Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Church service holds in Abuja to commemorate 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. And FCT primary school teachers embark on strike to press home demand.
Hello there, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 1. My name is Tessie Omeri. Thank you for joining us. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has led other dignitaries to perform the wreath-laying ceremony to mark the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration in Abuja. All services led by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and heads of other security agencies, among others, also took part in the ceremony. The ceremony is organized annually to honor the memories of Nigeria's fallen heroes. Also witnessed other activities such as prayers led by service clergies, gun salutes, and the release of pigeons at the National Arcade, Eagle Square, Abuja. Meanwhile, as Nigeria marks the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, the clergy, armed forces, and some Nigerians in the FCT converged on the Ecumenical Center to pray for the fallen heroes and those protecting the territorial integrity of the country. Charity Zaka was there and filed in this report.
Gathered here are Nigerians, senior military officers, and those of sister agencies present to mark this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day. This service is an annual event conducted in honor of those who laid down their lives in defense of the country. Renditions of songs were offered. Ministering Archbishop Peter Ogumewa calls those in leadership positions to show concern towards citizens with a call for speedy implementation of policies targeted at making the lives of men who have continued to make sacrifices for the peace of the country better.
Training and retraining is very important for our military and security officers. I'm sure that is one of your cardinal principles. One good about our military guys and this police and all our security guys is that you are well trained because you learn every day. I want to encourage the government not to stop in this project. We should make sure that their training must be seasoned.
A minute silence was observed for the fallen heroes.
Of the immense contributions of our fallen heroes, may we observe a minute silence.
In commemoration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, prayers were offered for the country, the President, and the Nigerian Armed Forces.
Our veterans that have laid down their lives.
Charity Zaka, NTA News.
And away from the Armed Forces Remembrance Day to legislation, the National Assembly has announced an extension of its ongoing recess by 1 week. Clerk of the House of Representatives, Yahya Anzaria, in a communication to members, notes that the resumption date for both Senate and the House of Representatives has been shifted upwards from Tuesday, 23rd January 2024 to Tuesday, 30th January 2024. The National Assembly proceeded on its current recess on 30th December 2023 after the passage of the 2024 Appropriation Bill, which is now an act of Parliament. And on education, following the proposed strike by the Nigerian Union of Teachers FCT chapter, Mariam George Jitubo visited some local education authority schools for a situation report. Over to you, Mariam.
The strike embarked upon by the FCT Nigerian Union of Teachers has commenced. And here at the Festival Road Primary School, it is a ghost of itself with no teacher in sight. The pupils we met outside say they were not aware of the strike.
We are coming to school this morning. They say that there is strike, that there is no school, that all the teachers did not come to school. So we have to go back home.
Yesterday they did not tell us that no school, then today we will now come to school. They now say no school.
I'm coming from Gogolada and I find out that there is no school. I want to go and work on the school so that any day we come, we might meet school and we'll be able to learn something from it.
This is Primary 1A, Class 101. The class is empty. I am the only student here. Okay, so what happened? I just saw you just brought your children to school.
I came to school this morning with my kids. Coming to school, we discovered that they say there is strike. Please consider us, we the masses, the poor Nigerians. We don't have money to send our children to private school. And this is a substitute of a private school. They are teaching our children here. But when there is strike, what do we have to do? There's nothing we have to do. We have to take our children back home.
The story is no different here at LEA Primary School, Lagos Street, Garki, as no teacher is in sight. But they are using the opportunity of the strike to carry out construction work in the school. It is hoped that relevant authority will look into the situation so that the pupils will not miss out in their education. In Abuja, Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
Thank you, Mariam, for the situation report. FCT Emergency Management Agency has advised residents to guard against wildfire-inducing activities, particularly as the dry season continues. The agency is taking proactive measures to safeguard the life and property of the populace as it flags off a sensitization campaign at the Secretariat of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. Ramatu Abdullahi reports.
The dry season sensitization flag off at AMAC is to effectively pass the message across the 6 area councils which are adequately represented at the Secretariat of AMAC. Director of Forecasting, Response and Mitigation, FEMA, Florence Wenegeme said this campaign is necessary to curb the incessant fire outbreaks associated with this season at markets, shopping malls, and residential buildings, among others. She said FEMA wants people to imbibe safety measures such as avoiding indiscriminate bush burning, especially by farmers, hoarding of petrols at homes by black marketers, and imbibing the culture of switching off home electrical appliances when not in use, among others.
When you are building, do not use amateur technicians. Get qualified technicians to do the wiring in your houses, in your offices, in whatever structure you are building. And at the same time, keep to the building codes. Do not build houses under high tension wires. Do not sell petroleum products indiscriminately. Petroleum products are supposed to be sold only in designated locations like the filling stations.
AMAC chairman, represented by the Secretary of the Council, Jafar Ugwagwa, commended FEMA for their proactive efforts in disaster mitigation and pledged the Council's support.
Already we have the Committee of Emergency in AMAC, and we are going to put all things in place to make sure that we assist, because this is everybody's business. And of course, once they say fire outbreak, is everybody's commitment. But as a council, that we have been elected to make sure that we fulfill the promises of the electorate. This is one of the priorities we are going to give as far as AMAC is concerned. So,
disaster management, both of them agree, is the responsibility of everyone. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Still to come after the break. FCT Commissioner Police patrols Buhari, Kaduna, and Niger boundaries to beef up security. These and more in just a moment.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
We celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news,
on the news at 7.
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan
The latest station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Thank you for staying tuned. Now to some security issues. The Nigerian police have reiterated commitment to tackling kidnapping and rescuing victims unhurt. A statement signed by the force PPRO, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, indicates that in the wake of the abduction of 6 young girls in the Buhari Area Council of the FCT, the Inspector General of Police is upscaling tactical intelligence, that is the team, and has already initiated a comprehensive plan of action. The force headquarters, the statement reveals, is diligently coordinating efforts to address the menace and prevent any further occurrence, as all hands are on deck to rescue the victims. It, however, says the sensitivity of the situation necessitates description of. On that security note, we hand you over to our network studios for a live broadcast. Do stay with us.